Welcome to Pam Jammer's Magical Tales. We post new stories every week, so be sure to subscribe, like, and share to stay updated. If you'd like to support the channel, see sequels, vote on upcoming stories, or even request a custom tale, check out my Patreon. Every bit of support helps bring more magical stories to life. Now, sit back, relax, and enjoy the story. Alt-tabbed into Diapers Part 1. Chapter 1, Mom Wants Me Offline. Bryce heard the basement door creak before he smelled the ranch. "Sweetie?" His mom called down, her voice light and sing-songy like she was interrupting playtime, not a PvP bloodbath. Bryce didn't look away from his monitor. He had one hand on his mouse and the other on his mic's mute switch. His Rust character was crouched behind a rusted-out shack, shotgun loaded, waiting for the kid who just killed him to come back for the loot bag. Footsteps on the stairs. "I brought you some of those nuggets you like." He muted his mic. "Just leave them on the desk. I'm in a raid." She stepped all the way into the basement. Bryce's gaming cave was a chaos of second-hand posters, fast food wrappers, vape cartridges, and the blue glow of his ultra-wide monitors. His mother didn't flinch. She was used to it. Jennifer set the plate down next to a half-drunk energy drink. She looked at the screen, as if trying to make sense of the blocky gunfire and pixelated blood spray. "Still playing that game with all the dirt and junk?" "It's Rust," Bryce said flatly. She wiped her hands on her apron and looked around the room. "You still talk to Janelle?" Bryce's eyes didn't move, but his jaw clenched. "No. I thought she was nice." "She was clingy. And stupid." Jennifer raised her eyebrows. "That's not very kind, Bryce." "She tried to change me." He double-tapped a guy with a bow. "And let's be honest, she wasn't even that hot." She gave him a long look. "Well, not everyone has to be a supermodel to be worth your time." He didn't respond. Jennifer sat down on the old recliner across from him, the one with the busted armrest and soda stains. "You know," she said gently, "you could try going outside today. Just for a bit." "I go outside." "When?" "Yesterday." "You went to get DoorDash from the porch." Bryce shrugged. "Still counts." Jennifer smiled faintly. "Mrs. Alden is out of town again. She and her daughter left this morning. Caitlin's off visiting colleges or something. Anyway, the cats need feeding. Your sister used to take care of that, but..." "She's at college," Bryce muttered, already annoyed. "Right. So I told her you'd do it." Bryce spun around in his chair. "Why?" "Because you need something to do besides this." She gestured to his monitor, where he was now being teabagged by a teenager with a clown mask. "It's just twice a day. Food, water, clean the litter box." "I have a schedule." "No you don't." Bryce paused. "I might." Jennifer crossed her arms. "Do it for me." He rolled his eyes, stood up with dramatic effort, and muttered, "Fine." The Alden's house was nicer than theirs. 2 stories, white shutters, little ceramic cat statues in the garden. Bryce hadn't been inside in years, not since middle school, when he and Caitlin would hang out and prank each other. That was before she got her braces off and started getting hot and distant. The cats, one gray, one orange, rubbed against his legs as he poured food into bowls and wiped out the litter tray. On the fridge, there was a photo, Caitlin in a fitted dress, holding a diploma, standing next to her mom. She looked older now. Polished. Probably dated guys with real jobs. Bryce snorted. He used to call her crater face back when she had acne. Now he avoided her entirely. He finished the chore quickly and slunk back to his cave, where Rust was still running and a Discord server was buzzing with drama about a raid that went sideways. He sat down, picked up a nugget, and clicked around to check his messages. That's when he saw the new one. Not in Discord. Not on Steam. In-game. From someone he didn't recognize. Mirror, you look like the kind of loser who dies first in every raid. Bryce blinked. Was this a joke? He clicked on the profile, level 1. No bio. No Steam friends in common. But the name. Mirror. Short. Sexy. The profile pic showed a girl with dyed pink hair and glossy lips, half smiling like she knew exactly how pathetic you were. Another message pinged. Mirror, I like watching garbage boys pretend to be men. It's cute. Bryce stared at the screen, ranch still on his lip, unsure whether to be pissed off or turned on. Chapter 2, You Heard Me. Bryce stared at the message for a while, waiting for the punchline. Mirror, I like watching garbage boys pretend they're winning. The kind of thing some edgy mod would send as bait. Or Gavin. Probably Gavin. He typed back. Bryce, yeah okay LMO. Who is this? Gavin? You on your alt? Mirror, shut up and open Discord. I want to see what failure looks like up close. Bryce, this is bait. I'm not that dumb. Mirror, did I say you were dumb? No. I said you're pathetic. There's a difference. Mirror, now open Discord. If you're gonna be my little online pissboy, I want a better view. She dropped a link into the chat. Private server. 2 users. His hand hovered on the mouse. His heart was pounding harder than it had during the last firefight in Rust. He clicked. The Discord server was barren. 1 voice channel. 1 cam room. No mods. No bots. No emojis. Just Mirror waiting. She was already in the cam room. He clicked join video. Her video popped up in a half-second blur. She was sitting cross-legged on a pink shag rug. Tank top barely covering her chest. Silver choker tight against her throat. Dyed pink hair. Glossy lips. 1 hand holding her phone, angled high. Casual. Perfect. Her expression? Amused. Wow. You're even more disgusting than I imagined. Bryce's cam activated automatically. He forgot he'd left it on default. He scrambled to adjust it, but she snapped. Leave it. He froze. I want to see you exactly like this, squirming, red-faced, and pretending you're not already hard. His mouth went dry. Jesus. That's what you look like when you think you're hot? Puffy gamer face. Hood up like it's 2008. You look like someone who hasn't touched grass or tits in years. He stammered. Okay, what the hell, who even are you? I'm Mirror. And you're mine now. She didn't blink. You don't talk to me. You follow. You don't ask questions. You say thank you when I acknowledge your pathetic existence. He blinked, the heat rising in his cheeks. You? You're perfect. Not in a good way. You're a disaster. And I love disasters. Especially ones that listen. She leaned forward slightly, just enough to make it obvious she knew what she was doing. You want me? He nodded before he could stop himself. Then follow one rule. His stomach dropped. Next time I see you on cam. She paused. Smiled. You'll be wearing a diaper. He barked out a laugh. Okay, right. Sure. Hilarious. Did I stutter? Her smile didn't fade. Tape it on. Pull it up. Crinkle for me. Or we're done. Bryce opened his mouth. Is this, like, some kink you're into? It's not a kink. It's obedience. You want me. You want my attention? You want to jerk off to the hottest girl who's ever even looked at you. Then you do what the fuck I say. She picked up her phone again and tapped something. Here. A gift. Since you did such a good job shutting the hell up. A ping. Mirror sent 2 images. 1 mirror selfie, legs out, crop top rolled just above her ribs. 1 bed shot, Sheets low, smirk high, hip bone sharp, skin smooth. Don't save them. Just sit there, hard and helpless. See you soon, piss boy. The stream cut out. Bryce sat in silence, Diaper still a theoretical, for now, but no longer a joke. Chapter 3, It was just a game. The screen had gone black. Her voice was gone. The Discord server sat empty, like a stage after the show. Bryce sat there, alone, diaperless, buzzing. His heart was still hammering from the interaction. His thighs were tense. The weight of what just happened, or almost happened, settled around him like sweat. He leaned back, stared at the ceiling, and exhaled. After a moment, he reached under his desk, pulled a blanket over himself, and let his thoughts drift. It didn't take long. He didn't say anything out loud. Just closed his eyes and let the last 10 minutes play back in his mind, the smirk, the voice, the way she commanded him like it was her right. And that body. Holy shit. He let the energy pass through him. It left him hollow and embarrassed. When it was over, he wiped his hands on his hoodie and muttered, "Okay. What the hell was that?" 20 minutes later, he was back in Rust, but he wasn't paying attention. He kept looking over at the Discord tab. Mira hadn't messaged again. Not that he expected her to. Not really. He ran over the whole situation in his head. Okay. So, either she's real. And she really wants me to wear a diaper. Or it's fake. Or it's some troll. Or AI. Or some weird long con by Janelle. He scoffed. Yeah, like Janelle could pull off anything that organized. But he didn't open the camera again. He didn't even have a diaper. He checked his bank account out of curiosity. Balance, $3.44. Right. Mod packs had cleared out what little was left. How the hell would I even buy diapers? He opened a tab, searched for some on Amazon. Most were packs of 10, around $25. Even the off-brand ones were too much. He sighed and leaned back. Then he remembered something. At the Alden's house, when he went over earlier to feed the cats, there had been a pack of adult diapers sitting by the coat rack. Probably for their grandma. He hadn't thought much of it at the time. But now he was thinking about it. I mean, just one. His mouse hovered back over the Discord window. He clicked into Myra's DMs. Bryce. Hey. Are you there? Can we talk again? A few seconds passed. Then the typing bubble. Myra. Are you wearing a diaper? Bryce. No. No typing bubble. Just silence. He waited 5 minutes. 10. Still nothing. Then finally. Myra. Don't care. Myra. No diaper, no attention. Bryce. Look, I don't have money right now. It's all tied up in crypto, lol. Otherwise I would have gotten some. No reply. Bryce. I mean it though. I'll get them. I just need a little time. Still nothing. Then. Myra. Have your mommy buy them for you, loser. I'm not your babysitter. And then she went silent. No green dot. No voice chat. No reply. For the next hour, Bryce barely touched his keyboard. The screen blurred. The game ran idle. His whole body ached, not physically, but somewhere lower. Deeper. Like something was missing and he didn't know how to fill it. He stared at the chat log one more time. Have your mommy buy them for you, loser. He winced. She was gone. But the silence felt cold. Not peaceful. Not disinterested. Punishing. Bryce stood up. Walked to the stairs. Paced once. Then back to his desk. He looked out the small basement window, toward the Alden's house. How do I get my hands on a diaper? Chapter 4, Just One. Bryce stood by the window, heart racing, watching the Aldens' house like it might explode. He waited until his mom was out of the kitchen. Then he slipped on his sneakers, no socks, and headed toward the front door. "Where are you going?" Jennifer called from the hallway. He froze. I think I forgot to put away the cat food." There was a pause. Long enough to feel it. "Okay," she said. "If you say so." He nodded and slipped out the door. Didn't run, but walked fast enough to look suspicious. Jennifer gave it 10 seconds before grabbing her cardigan and stepping outside behind him, quiet, deliberate, barefoot. She crossed the yard at an angle, keeping trees between her and the Aldens' porch. She watched as Bryce pulled the spare key from under the ceramic frog, opened the door, and disappeared inside. She followed. Not into the house, just up to the side window, where the curtains were half drawn. Inside, she saw him move down the hall. Toward the front closet. Then she saw him pause. Reach into something. And pull out a white, folded shape. Her heart skipped. It was a diaper. He stared at it for a second. Then stuffed it under his hoodie. Jennifer backed away from the window, slipped around the porch, and waited at the front steps with her arms crossed. Inside, Bryce was still trying to convince himself this was normal. This can't be real. No way this is real. Maybe it was Janelle. Still possible. But no. He shook his head. Janelle wasn't dumb, exactly, but she wasn't clever. She had trouble setting up her Netflix password, let alone a forlorn fake Discord girlfriend. There was no way she could have pulled off something this elaborate. But Caitlin? Now that was a different story. He'd teased her mercilessly growing up, and maybe that's why. She'd always had that quiet confidence. That smug little grin when she got a higher test score. He'd hated it, or told himself he did. She could do it. She was smart. Maybe she roped in a college roommate to play the cam girl. Maybe this was all one long, slow revenge plan. But then he pictured Mira again. That voice. That smirk. That control. That wasn't acting. That was real. Bryce stepped back out onto the porch, hoodie zipped, trying to act normal. His mom was standing at the bottom of the steps, arms folded. His stomach dropped. "What's under your hoodie?" she asked. His brain scrambled. Nothing. She stepped forward. "Bryce." He stood frozen. "Don't lie." He slowly unzipped the hoodie. The rolled-up diaper slipped into view. Jennifer blinked. Calm. "Is that from their house?" "Yes." "That's stealing, Bryce." "I know. You went into their house and took something personal." He swallowed, scrambling. "It's not, it's just, there's a really long raid coming up." Jennifer raised an eyebrow. "A what?" "A raid. In Rust. A lot of the guys wear diapers so they don't have to take bathroom breaks. It's like, competitive." She stared at him. "You're wearing that during a video game?" He nodded, weakly. "Only for the raid." She crossed her arms tighter. "You should have just told me." He blinked. "What?" "You should never steal. If you needed something like that, I could have bought it for you. I didn't want to make it a thing. I'm your mother, Bryce. Not a stranger. If you need that," she gestured, "then you ask. You don't steal." He was too stunned to respond. "Now go back over there and return it," she said, already pulling her keys from her purse. "And when you're done, come get in the car." "Why?" "Because we're going to the store." He blinked. "What store?" She smiled, actually smiled, and shook her head, as if it were the silliest question in the world. Bryce stood at the Aldens' entryway 5 minutes later, red-faced, placing the wrinkled diaper back exactly where it had been. The cats circled his feet. He mumbled, "Sorry," to no one, locked the door, and shoved the key back under the frog. Jennifer was waiting in the car when he stepped outside. "Hop in," she said cheerfully, window down, smile way too wide. He climbed into the passenger seat. As they pulled out of the driveway, she glanced over at him, almost giddy. "You know," she said casually, "I used to buy those for you all the time when you were little." Bryce sank down in his seat. Jennifer just smiled, humming faintly to herself as they drove. Thanks so much for watching today. We hope you enjoyed this week's story and found it relatable, enjoyable, or just a little comforting. Remember, we post new videos every week, so if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. If you found this helpful or know someone who might, don't forget to like the video and share it with your community. Your support means everything and helps us keep creating content just for you. And if you'd like to see sequels, vote on upcoming stories, or even get a custom tale made just for you, check out our Patreon. Every bit of support keeps the magic alive. Until next time, take care and stay true to yourself.